Welcome to today's Technical Corner. I'm here with Mark from Mapal. Now, Mark, I've had the privilege of joining you guys around your factories in Germany, and the amount of money that you actually spend on research and development is phenomenal. However, today we're going to be talking about composite materials. Now, you've designed and have standard composite tooling, but tell us and walk us through some of the range that you've brought with us today.
We started out in the early 2000s really with the composite tooling, and we've moved on from the composite MT, which is here with it's not diamond coated. It's got pulling and pushing geometries, drill points, so it was fairly standard, and we've moved on to ranges now of composite speed, which you can see here, which has got the diamond coating for longer tool life, 8 cutting edges to give the customer the speeds and the feeds to machine the materials, and innovative fibre catchers, which help with reducing delamination both on the upper and lower edges of the part.
So would I be right in saying that most engineers which are cutting metallics, obviously swarf is their enemy, but with composites, would it be the dust?
Yeah, absolutely. You can, as I've just seen there with the composite speed, there's 8 flutes, so we can take the dust away quite well with the 8 flutes. When we come to more fibrous materials, where the fibre's greater than 40%, we've got our composite UD range, and you can see here there's only a couple of flutes, and this enables us to take that fibre dust away again a lot more efficiently. And with the thermoplastic FR, we've got 4 flutes with thermoplastic resins. They react to heat because thermoplastics obviously change when they're susceptible to heat, so we need to take that dust away quickly. So we've got fine cutting edges and the chip flute to take those away.
Now, I presume that these, as you said earlier on, they're standard tools, but to a certain extent, a lot of these actually designed based on a standard customer's problem.
Yeah, I mean, like you've mentioned before, touched on before, we've got the R&D centre over in Ireland, and we've done extensive trials through. A lot of customers will send us their problems, we'll work through them in the R&D. And through that, we've developed the range of tooling to cover all sorts of different types of composites, fibres, glass fibres, graphites, and a range of tooling suited to those applications.
But there is other forms of composite, for instance. How do you cater for that market? Like, for instance, you know, some of the harder materials like Kevlar, for instance.
We've got a Kevlar tool here, and as you'll notice, one of the key things is it's not diamond coated. Kevlar's manufactured for impact protection and to withstand abrasion, so to ask a cutting tool to cut it is a difficult task. So we've got aggressive rake geometries, sharp cutting edges, and the special E-point at the front to make sure that those fibres are cut. With aramid fibres, they're a lot less brittle than the carbon fibres, so it's really key to make sure that you are shearing those fibres off.
And you guys have been very, very strong predominantly within aerospace and also automotive, but a lot of these manufacturers, they do have stacks. Now, what does actually Mapal offer to help those manufacturers?
We've got a few different options. For machining, you could look at stack materials as honeycomb with the sandwich layers, and we've got the composite honeycomb to suit that application. Again, with the fine cutting teeth uncoated, we need to cut that honeycomb layer rather than rip it, so we don't affect the bond between the outer layers. In terms of drilling, we've got geometries for carbon titanium, carbon aluminium as standard. You know, the geometries for the point geometries for the exit material and the entry material are specific to suit, so we don't get the delamination or any burrs.
Now, I think it's also important to talk about you know, the facilities that you've got here in the UK in Rugby, and also Rainey's over in Ireland. What do they do to support Mapal UK?
Well, we obviously want to be able to support our customers' needs as quickly as possible, and we've got the ability in Rainey's to manufacture solid carbide, regrind again in Rugby and in Rainey's, and in Rugby we've got the manufacture the PCD tooling. So the fact that we can manufacture both solid carbide and PCD allows us to get the best solution out there for the customer, depending on what that type of material is. So
really, for any engineers that are watching this technical corner that may have a problem in reference to, you know, other materials than metallics, you know, what's your message to them, Mark?
To be honest, like I mentioned, we've got our standard range, but from that standard range we can manufacture bespoke geometries. You know, we're doing a lot of research at the minute into dry drilling, so that can be dry drilling for aluminium stacks, for aluminium titanium stacks, carbon aluminium stacks. You know, we want to take the coolant away from the application, because coolant can clog up the dust when we're drilling it. But if we've got a stack material where we need to drill aluminium, for instance, and we need that coolant to give us a good surface finish, we're actually developing tools now specific for that, burr heights of less than 30 microns and no delamination in one shot.
Well, it's been a fascinating insight into the world of Mapal and composite tooling. So for any engineers that are looking for a solution, talk to Mark, talk to Mark's colleagues at Mapal UK.